One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Gets it out quickly. At the 20, he's got space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The Eagles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Bryant. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a take...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Give to the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Eagles are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Bryant. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Smashes it between the uprights. It's our force to settle for the field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They are up by 7 over Miami. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Jenkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Owls are facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Grab near the marker, it's Jenkins. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Georgia Southern, 3.
And here's the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return is brought down at the 40, and the FAU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Sends it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. They'll run it. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Catch in the middle. It's Jenkins. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the inside give. There he goes. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. They'll run the screen. Look out, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback now breaking the field. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they will.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The kick is on its way. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Snagged out of the air. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Lanier. And he bumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game.